Hello. Taxation is theft. Yes, taxation is theft. I mean, why should people have to pay for other people's wants? Why should you and me pay for someone else? Like, why is it that 50% of people's income is taken away and put towards other things? It doesn't make sense to me. Taxation really just, it's appalling. People always say, well, what about the roads and the environment and all the public lands? Come on, you and I both know that could all be privatized. Alright, so let's say I live in a neighborhood and we have this one road that's really shitty. Nobody can drive on it. Um, Pretty sure I would go to my neighbor and say, hey, we got this bad road. I think we should get it fixed. Do you know what would happen? Me and my neighbors would all get the money and we would pay for it. And if they didn't want to pay for the road, they wouldn't have to. They obviously don't give a shit about the road. They don't think it's bad enough. If you think something is bad enough, you are going to do something to change it. You're not just gonna forget all about it and say, it's a problem, but let's not do anything about it. You don't need guys with guns to go to people and say, okay, give me your money. If you don't give me your money, we'll lock you in a cage. It's stupid and it is so old fashioned. We should not have a government that powerful. Do you know what happens with power? It becomes corrupt. Any form of power becomes corrupt. And when you have a government that is powerful enough to put people in a cage because they do not pay them, that's not going to turn out well. Every single empire in history has fallen because they've had way too much power. If you want to end this cycle, stop giving these people power. It should be power to the people. So, why do we have a federal government form of taxation? Why is it our money goes to war and subsidizing oil companies when we could be paying for that shit ourselves? Our military might be slacking. You know what people are going to be doing? They're going to be paying companies to build better weapons. It's like with your phones. Oh, you have a shitty phone? I'm pretty sure a majority of people would be saving up and spending to get a better phone. If people had the responsibility to be empowered to buy those things, and even if they had enough money, which they would if they didn't pay as much in taxes, I assure you, people would eventually get the idea that they are responsible. And of course, I don't think this would work fully to begin with. I think it would take time because people aren't going to get that they are responsible for themselves right away. There are plenty of unresponsible people. But eventually, they would start to understand. There is no point in taxation. It really doesn't make any sense. Even if it's going to good things, like for morally good things like welfare and social security and the environment, that shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't. If I get a gun and I point it at you and I tell you to give me all your money and then I give it to a homeless person, is that not theft? Is that not immoral of me? Yeah, I just gave it to a homeless person, but I just stole your money. I don't know where that money was going. You could have been buying food for your family. You could have been buying a car so you could go get a job. I don't know. You could have been buying a gun. You could have been buying explosives to blow up a place. I don't know. It shouldn't be up to me. what you do with your money. It should be up to you. It should be up to me what I do with my money. It should be up to everybody to do what they want with their money. That is individuality. That is freedom. And we need more of that. We live in the United States of America, the greatest country on earth. And we still have a system where the federal government is more powerful than the state government. Exact opposite of what the founding fathers wanted. I mean, this is what happens when you have a civil war, I guess. The federal government gains a lot of power. Doesn't make it right, though. I mean, our founding fathers believed that the states should have the power. And then when the Civil War happened, we just gave up on all of that. Because we didn't want there to be another Civil War. So the federal government gains so much power that they can control the people. And it just doesn't make any sense. Why is there taxation? It's really, really dumb. I know it's a childish word. I don't say many things are dumb. But this, taxation, is dumb. There's no better way to put it. It's just illogical, and it makes no sense whatsoever. If you want to buy land, if you want to buy 100 acres of land to preserve it, you go right ahead. Don't make me fund you forcibly. Don't point a gun at me and force me to give you my money so you can buy that land. You work for that land. And people, they like to say, well, when you have that, you have companies who buy all the land and don't give shit to the people. If that happens, do you not understand how that would work out? Do you not understand that the companies would lose so much money that they would go bankrupt? They wouldn't do that. The only way they would survive is with government subsidies, you dumbass. With what you pay with your taxes. For the love of God, do you not understand? The money you are paying to them is going to the corporations so they can fuck you. Your money is going to corporations so they can screw you over. The same companies that all these people are against, they're owned by the government, basically. They're given all the money so that they can survive. Fuck, look at McDonald's. Look at Walmart. Look at all the oil companies. Look at the Dakota Access Pipeline. That's where our tax money is going. That's where all of your money is going. You don't like the Dakota Access Pipeline? Well, neither do I. Why are we paying with it with our money? Taxation, whether it's going to good things or going to bad things, is still theft. And when you have it going to companies and corporations, it doesn't make any sense. The money isn't going to a higher cause. And it's not going to save and preserve the land. It's not. And to get back to my one point, the corporations, when people say that they get too powerful, that they just hold people off and they pay them 5 cents an hour, 5 cents a day, that won't work. They say how they increase the prices so high and they pay the people less. I'm sorry, but that just doesn't fucking work. Okay? It doesn't work. Because if you don't have money, you can't buy shit. And when you can't buy their things, they have no business. They can't afford it. They can't afford to build their companies. And that is where your tax money is going. is so that they can build on more and still fuck you. If you had lower taxes, I assure you, there would be a lot less problems with all the things that we all hate. So why are we paying for that? It's dumb. Subscribe for more videos. Follow my Instagram page at ParkerLiberty1 and like my Facebook profile. Till next time, folks.